This is the last time Shai will win MVP. Since 2000, only 2 players have won more than twice. LeBron's done it 4 times, and Jokic has done it 3 times. If Shai does win this year, he will need a historic season to win 3 in a row. That has not happened since Larry Bird. So why am I bringing this up? Shai has gotten the most hate I have ever seen from a previous MVP winner, especially following a season where he won the championship and finals MVP. It's not like he won MVP and then lost in the first round of the playoffs. Looking at you, Westbrook. Looking at you, Dirk. It's not like he won MVP and flamed out in the finals, Steph. So I ask that his enemies put down their arms and realize his reign is coming to an end, and to start really appreciating what he's doing. He broke a record set by Wilt Chamberlain. No one does that. No one breaks a record set by Wilt. To score 20 points in 127 straight games? Who else is doing that? Think of the all-time bucket getters. AI, Kobe, MJ, LeBron, the most consistent player of all time, couldn't do it. KD, young KD on the Thunder, didn't do it. When he was on the Warriors with Steph, couldn't do it. Even Harden, in his prime, he was getting triple doubles, scoring 60 points. All of those guys are pretty legendary when you think about someone you want to take a shot and get a bucket. All those guys know how to do it. None of them did it but Shai. So for the haters that say he foul baits, let me ask you this. What superstar is perfect? Please tell me. Because none of them are. Everyone has their own flaws. And if this is Shai's, it is what it is. But guess what? He's first in the league in drives per game. He's creating opportunities. He likes contact. And isn't that what we've been complaining about with the modern NBA? Too much space, too many threes. He's actually driving and getting contact. And if not, he's stopping at the elbow and hitting a dot in your face. Because yeah, he's also first in field goal percentage from the mid-range. He has become a literal machine. He also has the most points in clutch time. He is unguardable right now. So please, we only have a couple months left before his reign is over. Let's appreciate what we have before it's gone. Oh, by the way, on tonight's show, I'm going to be talking about Wemby and how the league is actually hurting his image. Joe Mazzulla and how he hates awards and possibly life itself. The Magic and Paolo coming to a crossroads. And a sprinkle of Bronny James. Wemby Neverminds. The NBA has been pushing Wemby hard. And they should. He is the most exciting, promising young talent we have in the league. The problem is, they might be pushing him a little bit too hard. Here's one of their recent tweets about him. A classic never mind forced by Wemby. Defensive impact is just nuts.
Tactic is not working as well as he had hoped.
But still nothing prepares you for seeing him in person as he forced the never mind on Torian Prince.
No way you're getting a shot off here.
No.
Come on. A never mind? What are we doing? Making up fake stats now? Also, this is against Torian Prince, who averages 2 drives a game. So I'm not sure he's getting by anybody, let alone Wemby. Listen, he's an all-generational talent. We don't need to be making up different kind of rules for him. He's going to win MVP sooner or later. If not this year, he might win the next 5 years in a row. My only worry is if the NBA keeps pushing this kind of stuff, the celebration for Wemby, the window we have, might shrink. We can celebrate this guy authentically. We don't have to make up stuff for it. He's good enough as it is. He just broke the NBA record for fastest double-double ever. This record had been around since the 1960s. Wemby got 10 points and 10 boards in 8 minutes and 31 seconds. And he ended the night with 41 points and 16 boards. Let's focus on the real stuff. Coach Joe hates awards. And you. Joe Mazzulla has quickly replaced Greg Popovich as the head coach who gives outlandish statements. Here he is being asked about the Coach of the Year award.
You're a lot of people's pick this year for Coach of the Year. I was wondering what winning that award would mean to you, and if there's anything in particular that you've taken pride in accomplishing from a coaching perspective this year.
You don't need it. I think it's a stupid award. They shouldn't have it. And it's more about the players, and it's more about the work that the staff puts in. And it's just that simple. I really don't ever want to be asked or talked about it again.
It's a stupid award, and I don't want to be asked about it ever again. Joe might have a point. Does the Coach of the Year award really mean anything? Is it mostly about the players you have on your team? Well, let's dive into that. The Celtics traded away most of their championship core in the offseason. Porzingis got traded to the Hawks. Jrue Holiday got traded to the Blazers. Cornette is with the Spurs. And Horford decided to join the Warriors instead of stay in Boston. A lot of people had the Celtics in the middle of the pack of the Eastern Conference. We had the Knicks, the Cavs at the top. Even the Hawks people thought would be better than the Celtics. The Bucks, remember? The Bucks, this was Giannis's year. The Celtics ended up starting Neemias Queta, who had only had 6 previous starts in his first 4 seasons in the NBA. That being said, the Celtics are the number 2 seed in the East, with a chance still to get number 1. So as stupid as Joe might think this award is, he might just end up winning it. Speaking of the Celtics, we got to give a shout out to Jayson Tatum, who just won Player of the Week. He averaged 26, 10, and 7, which is actually a little bit better than the stat line he put up last season. Now I know it's only been 1 week, but if he keeps this up, it's going to be pretty historic. Usually when someone tears their Achilles, especially an NBA player, they don't come back very well. DeMarcus Cousins, Wesley Matthews, even Kobe, those guys were never the same. Klay tore his Achilles and ACL, and he did end up winning another championship, but he was probably the 4th best guy on that team that year, behind Curry, Wiggins, and Draymond. Only KD has really come back and kept playing at an all-NBA level. If Tatum is Tatum again, the Celtics are going to crush whoever they play in the first round, which I think is going to be either the Magic, who just gave up 31 straight to the Raptors, we're going to get to that, or the Heat, and we'll see how Bam does then. Okay, now it's time for our 2 new segments, tonight's loser and tonight's winner. The Orlando Magic. What is there to say? They just let up 31 straight points to the Raptors, who aren't exactly known as an offensive powerhouse. The Raptors are 16th in the league in offensive net rating. The worst part, Brandon Ingram, Colin Murray-Boyles, and Emmanuel Quickley were not playing. And the Magic were actually winning 20-14 with 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. This was the longest unanswered run in the play-by-play era since 1997. From the 5.5 minute mark in the first quarter to the 9:40 minute mark in the second quarter, the Magic did not score a single bucket, which leads me to say, this is nut up or shut up time for Paolo Banchero. You got Desmond Bane helping you out with the shooter. I know Franz has been out of the lineup. I think at this point in his career, we expect him to play a little bit better. His 3-point percentage is 31% this year. His points are down from last year. He was at 25 last year, he's at 22 this year. And we all know he's one of the worst jump shooters in the league. But if he keeps underperforming, the Magic are in a tight spot. They just signed him to a rookie max contract extension. This deal goes up to $287 million and starts next year. It goes all the way to 2031. What are the odds he's on the team? LeBron James and Bronny James. Now I know Bronny gets a lot of flack because he was not quite NBA caliber ready when he entered the league. And maybe he's still not NBA caliber ready. But he has been getting some run time lately, mostly because the Lakers have played the Pacers and the Nets and the Wizards. But he's still playing, and this father-son moment was pretty cool.
For catch and shoot threes, in particular in the corners. Bronny's open, he'll try the 3. Yes, sir! Bronny James in front of the home folks.
That was the first ever father-to-son assist in league history. And honestly, it probably won't ever happen again. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. Night.